Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy 4th of July, everyone. To all those in the US, awesome. To all those in the UK, haha. Yeah, sorry. I see my grandmother, she's just like, what are you doing? Well, we took a little bit of tea, we threw it over a boat, and we said, hey, take that. Let's do the surprise together. I think that'll be fun. I'm all about fun, you know what I mean? I'm in such a good mood today. Okay, so this is Rhino's Pancake Swap. This is our account, and as you can see, we have a balance of Bitcoin because we sent some money to it this morning. Now, if you take a look up here, you'll see Rhino 25111. The all-time high of Rhino is 25385. 2.5385. Let's see if in real time we can go ahead and have a new all-time high. Just move some things around. Okay. All right, so we sent that. Let's send some more. And what you'll see is right up here, this number will start moving once it kicks in. So let's see. This is super exciting. I gotta tell you, there's no one else I'd rather do this with. I really was hoping to have this done before the call, but in a gift from God, this is way more fun. All right. So I always do an increment of 0.002 or 0.003 because what we've learned is since Rhino is so liquid and has so much volume and has such a high liquidity pool that there are bots out there that scalp us. So if all of a sudden we start doing 0.005 or 0.006, there'll be bots that'll come in, and what they do is when they identify there's a gas fee being used, they then use a higher gas fee. They pay extra to go ahead and front run our order. And then subsequently, so they'll buy it at say 2.5, right? And then we subsequently buy it at 2.55. And then in which case they sell it right afterwards. So it allows them to make a quick profit. So those that are into crypto bots, you know how they work. I guess I'll take it as a compliment that they have identified that we're a profit source for them, but I'm smarter than them. So I don't mind taking the time. I'll do 0.002. Now, if you see we're at 25313, all we need to do is get over 25385. Come on, let's go. Why is my floating head always right in the way? I feel like that's the story of my life. Okay, so let's go ahead and do... Oh, we're at 25427. New all-time high in Rhino. And like I've always said, all-time... All right, so let's just finish it off. That's so cool. And then we're going to take a look at the screen and kind of marvel at it. I just want to spend a second. Talk about celebration for Independence Day. I might watch Men in Black tonight. Not Men in Black, Independence Day with Will Smith. Okay, so look at that. So when we pull the chart back, right, we can now see that this former all-time high has been superseded. We are at 255, liquidity pool 123. And the best part about all of this is only 8 days ago, we had a big seller who shall remain nameless for personal reasons. And not only has 8 days gone by and we have filled in that gap, but we've actually superseded it and we are at all-time highs. I remember the day in February when we went ahead and made this decision to fortify the market for the betterment of Rhino going forward. And we said that no matter what, just trust us a little bit. We will hold the $2 level. No matter what, we will hold that level. And what you can clearly see is, so we came down here, and so you'll see on the right-hand side, it dropped all the way to 190. And we brought it right back up. And if you see, this is 196. Where's 2? So this is 2. So as you can see, there's a little blip under it here. We brought it back up. Little blip here. Made sure we brought it back up. And then look at this. Triple bottom. Boom, 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 boom. That is as healthy of a chart as you can ever see. And those that are into charts, like finance, will tell you that this is absolutely beautiful. Oh, so RhinoBot. So RhinoBot.com was owned. So I'm like, all right, Rhino GPT. Do you know Rhino GPT is $16,000 to buy? I was like, what the H? Okay. Rhino Companion. I looked at my grandmother. I go, do you know how to spell companion? And she didn't. And it's not that she's illiterate. She's a nice old lady. But companion is a word that, it's a long word. COMPANIO. Like, that's a little long. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. All right, let me try Rhino Friend. Do you know no one owned Rhino Friend? Are you kidding me? I like Rhino Friend more than Rhino Bot. Rhino Friend. That's perfect. I couldn't be happier. Exactly, Renee. I could not. Rhino Friend. Hey, Grant, do you know how to spell friend? Friend. Yeah, duh. Who doesn't know how to spell friend? Do you know how to spell rhino? Please. So we now own rhinofriend.com, in which case that is being put up on our server and all the steps that go along with Rhino Bot, which we might just call Rhino Friend. It doesn't need to be called Rhino Bot anymore. Rhino Friend, duh, right? So where Rhino Friend will live. Once that's completed, which should be Wednesday, maybe Thursday, we're then going to duplicate that site infinite amount of times. So if Anthony, if Renee, if Deborah, if Abdul, whoever, Travis, anyone that says, hey, listen, I'd like to be part of this affiliate program, you'll have rhinofriend.com/Travis, rhinofriend.com/Abdul, rhinofriend.com/Anthony, right? And the only thing I'm going to need from you, and that this will be a submission, in which case, do you want to be part of the Rhino Friend affiliate program? Yeah, duh. Okay. So you go to the form, and the form is going to be, you need to have your own ChatGPT, which is free. Go sign up. No problem. You'll have 3.5 or whatever. Go ahead and get your API and put it in the form. And of course, we'll show you how to do that because we need the API to make the bot. It needs to go to your thing. And then what we'll need is your affiliate links, which we have, right? Like I have your affiliate links. So you wouldn't need to go crazy and find them. I don't mind doing that on everyone's behalf because some people might have a hard time finding it. Like, where is it, Dan? Because a lot of people email me anyway, where's my affiliate link? And I'm always like, oh, I'm sorry, here it is. I can look it up. So I think I'll do that for you. And then once that's done, I then just give you the website. Now, giving the website is misleading. So let me just correct that. It's always going to be owned by Rhino. Like, we're not sending websites because we own Rhino Friend. We can't just send you like a derivative of it. You can't own it, right? But for all intents and purposes, it's yours. What am I going to do, right? Like, okay, rhinofriend.com/Frida, that's your site. You can't do anything to it because you don't have the logins. But you don't need to do anything to it. You just need people to go to it. That's it. So it allows us to control, and I don't mean to say control in terms of like we want to control anything, but it allows us to uphold standards. Everything looks ubiquitous, everything is nice, sleek, because we're duplicating it. And if we're using it for ourselves, well, surely we think it's a good thing and it should be successful for you as well. In which case, we're always going to upgrade ours, in which case it'll just simply upgrade everyone else's. Okay. That it's also the permissions can be granted via a whole bunch of other things, like Facebook Messenger, like Twilio, like SendGrid, like Twitter, like Google, like YouTube, like Slack, and some other stuff, right? Like there's a whole list. The point being that we need to go ahead and figure out, all right, so how do we have Frida opt in for this bot being her Facebook Messenger, right? How do we do that? Okay, well, here's the code. Let's create a permission. So Frida, if you would like to, you just press this button, boom. Now it's your Facebook Messenger. Well, if we're able to go ahead and have a whole bunch of buttons, boom, 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 then Frida now has that bot living in 11, 12 different places. Now that bot is 24/7. That bot is fully coded to go ahead and speak to anyone and convert the interaction into a sale, right? Like getting into Rhino. More so than that, that bot will also be dual purpose so that bot can also invite the individual to allow us to make them an affiliate bot. In which case, when that individual says yes, they'll come to a page where they can do the submission, the same thing you did. In which case now they, boom, have a rhinofriend.com/reg, and they could do the same thing. Then they get the email Frida got. Do you want to put it here, 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 here? Once we get that, and again, everything I just shared is over the next week. Like we did the building. Now it's this stuff. And the point being, you could very quickly see that if we're able to complete what I just shared, you now effectively have Rhino Friend living in like hundreds of places, interacting with hundreds of people, with each interaction at the absolute most expert salesmanship level, inviting them to join. And more so than that, inviting them to allow RhinoBot to be working for them as well. Meaning, this is something that is actually built to just exponentiate, like just scale to a crazy amount, to the point that if this actually scales like we're talking about, I don't know how to stop it, or like I can't stop that. There'd be so many pages, I'd have to actually shut them all down. I won't even know how to do that. Yeah, it could get out of hand quickly, in a good way, which is the whole point. Because if it got out of hand quickly in a good way, well, Rhino is actually by itself built for scale. Like every part of this is built for scale, because once you go ahead and get rid of the billion coin, or at least get close to it, now all of a sudden everything is in market orders. It's not coming from Rhino anymore. Now 10 is 15, 20, 25, 30, 100. Well, it just goes. So we do need to do a couple of things. We need to actually make sure that we can handle this, right? So that's a conversation going on. So I think we're getting close. I really think so. Before I go, congratulations. Rhino is at a new all-time high. Despite everything, we're at an all-time high. And that's just me. Like, I'm so happy that I feel like I'm about to cry. So I'm going to go, all right? Love you. Bye.